Yo, what's going on, guys? Playing some MLB The Show 17. Just got that bad boy out here, and apparently the servers are down still. So we know what we're gonna do. We're gonna make the best of the situation, and we're gonna go ahead and go through all of the top 10 players on every single team ratings-wise. I know some of you have probably already seen it, but then there's still a lot of guys out there that haven't got the game yet and are very curious. So I thought I'd go ahead and go through it still anyway. So as you see here, we got the top 10. The Reds, my Reds, they aren't the hottest. They are not the hottest. And then what is this? Oh my goodness. But then there's the Brewers, 87, 85, not bad either at that Ryan Braun. Get a look at some of the players in the game that you can see they added the beards and stuff too, so that's pretty nice. Like the Joey Votto one, you know, he didn't always have that. You gotta appreciate him adding that into the game. Starling Marte, hard to believe the Pirates' highest rated player is Starling Marte and not Andrew McCutchen. But McCutchen did struggle last year. So there is that. Sung-Hwan Oh for the Cardinals. As we've seen in the ratings to start off, he was a top 10 player when it came to relievers. Paul Goldschmidt, how do you go wrong with Paul Goldschmidt? Zach Greinke, AJ Pollock, Yasmani Tomas, Jake Lamb. They have some great players coming up over here in Arizona. Let me tell you what. Nolan Arenado, personal favorite out there out west. DJ LeMahieu, I love a lot of guys in the Rockies. LeMahieu, Charlie Blackmon, Carlos Gonzalez. I forgot Ian Desmond is over there now. Trevor Story, man, they have, I tell you what, Colorado's got an offense, man. They just got to get that pitching together. Clayton Kershaw, speaking of pitching, Kenley Jansen, Corey Seager. Once again, you see Kershaw with that 99 overall, Rich Hill with that 87. It wasn't a 95 overall Rich Hill like they was trolling us in those Twitch videos. Just out there, San Diego fans, you know. Will Myers, 84. Look, all the Padres, the highest overalls in 84. Sorry, Padres fans. You guys will work that out, though. You'll get those overalls higher. Will Myers especially, he'll get that overall up, I'm sure, throughout the year. As long as they're still doing dynamic play overalls. Madison Bumgarner, Buster Posey, Johnny Cueto, Mark Melancon. Got to get used to seeing Mark Melancon in that Giants jersey still. I'm still having problems doing it. Brandon Crawford. Man, do they have a stacked lineup over here in San Diego. 5+ 88 overalls. That's crazy. Manny Machado, Zach Britton, Givens, Jones. Not too bad, not too bad. Mark Trumbo down there at 81 overall. Mookie Betts. Gotta love Mookie Betts. Chris Sale, David Price, Dustin Pedroia, Craig Kimbrell, Xander Bogaerts, Rick Porcello. You talk about a stacked lineup. 7 players with an 85+ overalls. You see the ratings may be just a smidge lower this year. It just leaves time for them to upgrade later in the year. We got Aroldis Chapman. Big Chapman fan. X-Red over there. Leads the team over there. Evan Longoria, Chris Archer, Alex Cobb. I forgot he was still around. I don't know what's happened to the guy. Used to have him in fantasy and then it got ugly. Josh Donaldson up there still repping over there in Toronto, 94 overall. I think they gave some guys some speed this year. I think last year they really downgraded some of the guys' speed. They ain't too bad now. Jose Bautista's actually a 41 instead of like a 10 on his speed. Jose Quintana, hard to believe he's leading the White Sox here, but when you lose Chris Sale, that's what's going to happen. Nate Jones, he's getting paid pretty good for a reliever. I was not aware of that. David Robertson, as always, been great. Jose Brady, they're hoping for something out of him this year, I'm sure, over there in Chicago. It's hard to believe he's 30 years old, though. Andrew Miller, Corey Kluber, Francisco Lindor. I guess when you are a World Series team, you get paid. And look at these players they got. Cody Allen, Jason Kipnis, and the big reason, Cody Allen, Andrew Miller, and it shows both of them guys getting great overalls. Michael Brantley, wish I could see better out of you, bud. You gotta stay healthy all year, man. Detroit, we got Miggy at that 92. 89 overall, Ian Kinsler. Justin Verlander got up to an 88 after having a great bounce back year. 88 is pretty fair when you consider the way he's playing a couple years before that. JD Martinez, I expect a lot more out of him than an 84 overall. A big fan of Martinez. Just, again, guy's gonna stay healthy all year. Definitely a solid player out there. Lorenzo Cain, Salvi, Alex Gordon, Eric Hosmer. This is what an all-star Kansas City team looked like 2 years ago. That's all right, though. They'll keep it together. They're a solid team. They'll find a way to get in contention this year. Brian Dozier, Glen Perkins, Brian Dozier. I know the Minnesota fans are raving over that one. I know there are a lot of diehard Brian Dozier fans out there. 87 overall, though. He can work on it. I think his power and strength could be a little bit higher, but hey. We'll see what happens. Mike Trout, as you see, power and strength, especially when you consider Dozier to Trout's strength. I know we're comparing Dozier to Trout here. Don't do that. But I'm just saying, from a power, standpoint, I think Dozier may have a little bit more. Same with Pujols. What is this? Pujols has 76 and 80 on the power. I guess his home runs. Was his home runs down last year? I could have swore he had 40 dingers last year. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. Sean Doolittle leading the A's out there. Ryan Dole, Chris Davis, speaking of power, 84, 86. He had a great year power-wise. Nice to see if Sonny Gray can bounce back this year. Robinson Cano, King Felix, 9/89. They gave him a pretty nice overall considering how bad of a year he had last year still. He can bounce back though. He's a great pitcher. Nelson Cruz, Kyle Seager, Edwin Diaz, Adrian Beltre still up that 89 overall. There's a guy with no speed though. 22-3 on stealing. Needless to say, he's not stealing no bases this year, but he's still a great player for as old as he is. To keep up how he is fantastic. Jonathan Lucroy, man, am I gonna get, yeah, Jonathan Lucroy, these different names in different places, it's getting to me still. I like seeing him in a Brewers uniform. Jose Altuve, 97 overall, not a big surprise there. His power and stuff's a little low, but that contact, that power, or that speed, fielding ability, of course. Dallas Keuchel, an 87 overall. Hopefully, again, another guy that can see a bigger bounce back after last year. A little bit disappointing. Carlos Correa, 85. Freddie Freeman, 88. Inciarte, Brandon Phillips. Oh, Brandon Phillips. Ah, man, can't get used to seeing that. Kurt Suzuki, 78. Dansby Swanson, high expectations out of him this year. Shortstop, 77 overall. See if he can bang up that overall. Giancarlo Stanton, Christian Yelich, AJ Ramos, D. Gordon, Marcelo Zuno, JT Realmuto. I think one of those other guys. Max Scherzer hit the 93 plateau. 90 overalls for both Bryce Harper and Steven Strasburg. That big year Daniel Murphy had last year batting, 347, got him an 88 overall this year. Put it into effect 3 years in the past, not just last year on some of these overalls. That's why you see guys not completely out of the water. High Sean Kelly, Anthony Rendon, I'm a big Anthony Rendon guy. Hopefully that goes up for him. 83 overall. Noah Syndergaard, a little bit of a surprise at a 92 overall. Yoenis Cespedes, 90. Again, surprised Jacob deGrom at an 89 overall. He bounced back real well last year. 85, Juris Familiar. Blevin, Steven, the Mets. As you can see, the Mets pitching is good. All their players except for Cespedes, pitchers in the top 7, top 8. That's crazy. But like I said, they have fantastic, one of the best pitching staffs in the league. I'd argue it's the best, even with Bartolo leaving out there. Joaquin Benoit, Aaron Nola for the Phillies. They are working on a rebuild. That is for sure with these 83 overalls. Chris Bryant hit that 94 overall. Jake Arrieta with the 92. As we look at the World Series team, 91, 90. 4 players at a 90 overall. 7 players with an 85 plus. 83 to top it off. They're 83. Their 10th best player is still better than everybody on the Phillies. No hate in Phillies fans. It's just, like I said, you guys are in a rebuilding mode. You'll get it together. You'll get it together and have a good team eventually. But other than that, guys, I just wanted to show you guys all the ratings for every team, top 10 of each one. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.